So, Grand Rising, everyone. I am back with another dream. So, this particular dream started, I was getting off of the bus stop. I think I was coming back from like some girls' retreat, like schoolgirl retreat or something. I can't remember. But I was coming back from this retreat and I get off the bus stop and I see a food place. So I walk inside and the place is pretty dark, but I'm like, let me get some banging food. So, because I saw that the food was really good, it had everything I wanted. And I went in with a couple of other people. So they got in, ordered their food, they got what they wanted. Then I started ordering my food. And the guy was taking forever to give me my food. It's like he was putting one slice of cabbage on the plate at a time. And I'm looking at him like, bruh, like, can you pick it up? But then, I don't really like giving people bad energy or being rude to people when they're fixing me food. So I'm just standing there impatient. Then I just start getting these feelings in this room, like as if there's like a lot of negative energy like in the room and a lot of just I just didn't like it. I started to feel uncomfortable. Then these they weren't kids, but they were like young girls. They all started popping up. And I'll spare you the details of the dream because it doesn't make the dream any more vivid or relatable or understandable, or it gets to the same point. So I see these girls. They're obviously spirits. They're not like people in my dream. They're like from obviously either spirits or people from a different dimension. Take it as you may. And they start fighting me. They really start fighting me. We start going at it. I'm like, I have a problem with fear and not standing my ground and, facing certain situations. So I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, let's go. And it's a bunch of them. So I'm like, all right, come on. Y'all not gonna jump me, because to jump me would be to get the better end of me. Like, I'm gonna fight all of y'all. So we start fighting. And the fight is just long and drawn out. And like, I just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. No one's winning. Like, they get some better of me, I get some better of them. But like, no one's winning. It's just chaos. Just chaos. And then I stop for a second. And I look at my surroundings. There are people in the room that don't even know this is going on. They're chilling, eating their food, living their best life. And then the guy behind the counter, he sees everything. Which could mean a lot of things. Like maybe he's just the, what do they call people who direct puppets and make puppets move. The puppet master. Yeah. Maybe he's a puppet master, or maybe he just been here for so long that he knows the place and he sees everything or whatever. I don't know. So he sees it, and I could tell he's like low-key chuckling about it. Like he's entertained by this fight that I have going on. Like I'm fighting for my life, thinking I'm conquering something. He's laughing. He's getting his like shits off with this. And obviously I'm feeding these multidimensional spirits or whatever, because the more I get into the fight and have an idea of I'm gonna whoop their ass, the less transparent they seem to me and the more real they seem to me. So I'm like looking at all of this, and I stop for a second. And ironically, as soon as I stop, everything stops. Or not ironically. And I'm thinking to myself, this is happening to me because I am equating myself to this lower level of vibration. him being entertained and involved at this lower level, and then these lower level creatures or spirits or multidimensional beings who is eating off of this. Like, they low-key wanted me to see them and draw me in to give them more power, because I am the powerhouse. I have all the energy. It really depends on where I want my energy to go, and wherever I put my energy, that is what I'm feeding. And if I was on a much different vibration than that fuck shit, because maybe I walked in a little flustered or got annoyed with the guy because he was being slow. Maybe that's his tactic. Like, he wants to see what he can get from you, because he knows the lower your vibration goes, you may see these girls, and then he'll be entertained for the day type shit. Like, that's some sick shit. But it's like, what is everybody here for? You're gonna put energy into what you either enjoy or what you feel like your purpose is. You know, maybe his purpose was on some fuck demonic shit. Like, he just wanted to just twist my whatever, and to get me flustered to the point where I think I'm fighting for my life, and he's entertained. Or maybe he wanted to teach me a lesson. Regardless, fuck him. Fuck them beings. I learned a lesson because of myself. At the end of the day, everything comes from you. Whether you want to lower your vibration into a situation where you feel like you have to fight for your life, that happened because of you. And then the more you do it, the more you're feeding people. You're literally feeding people and feeding energies that will not even exist if you did not do so. So imagine if you put your energy towards things that you actually want to do. Put your energy towards moving parts in ways where you can advance your life. That's what you need to feed. Don't feed these little fuck people, whether it be spiritual, in real life, in your dreams, whatever the fuck. Don't feed nothing undeserving of your energy, and nothing that is not productive to your path and where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do with your life, and that feeds your inner soul. You don't feed nothing that's not giving you anything back where you can feed yourself, because that's energy lost. That's not coming back, at least not coming back right now. And I need all my shit right now, period. So it was just so interesting, and I woke up so relieved. Like, fuck yeah, like, I did that shit, I learned that shit. And as soon as I stopped giving them energy, guess what? My plate was done. He gave me my food and I was out, because he realized what I noticed, and everything disappeared around me. Like, all the fuck shit and the fuck people, it all disappeared. And I was like, I'm ready for my food. He gave me my food, smiled, I smiled at him, and I went about my day. So I'm saying all this to say what I just said. But that dream was cool though. I hope somebody got something out of it. And life is definitely full of many unfaithful expectations.